Hi there. George R. R. Martin just made a big blog post update in which he confirmed that all of the rumors we've been hearing the past few days about a potential Jon Snow sequel spin-off to Game of Thrones are true. All of the leaks were accurate, particularly that it's actually Kit Harington's idea, that Kit himself is the creator of it. And he gave all these details we never knew before. And this comes less than a day after Emilia Clarke was the first one to really confirm from a reliable source that this is a real thing. It was just last night. It came out around 9 p.m., so my time, so I quickly, within an hour, dashed off a report on it saying, and I warned at the end, now that Emilia has come out and said this, that it's real and it's Kit's idea, the floodgates are open and a lot of other people be coming forward and saying things, so keep checking back frequently. Even then, I thought like George R. R. Martin himself wouldn't chime in about this for a week or two. And now, less than 24 hours later, we have a long and detailed post by Martin confirming everything and giving info we didn't have before. On top of that, this was Harington's idea. And, there's always some small chance that they're really lying to us and that this isn't Harington. But if Martin is saying this in his blog, if he's saying it to this extent, I'm not a crazy conspiracy theorist. I'm just an investigator, despite claims to the contrary by some people that no, this would have to be such a large-scale thing that I wouldn't call myself naive for believing it. Martin is openly saying this in a blog post. It was Kit's idea. And there's always some people out there going, oh no, it was the studio pressured him as a cash grab. Well, I can't disprove that, but it's coming straight from Martin himself. So spake Martin. So I'm accepting all of this as true. Not only did Martin say that it was Kit's idea, this isn't just some idea they're discussing now, which is what we had come to believe. It is considered the fourth live-action successor show that is being shopped around, co-equal with Nymeria, with Young Corlys, with Duncan Egg. And it's almost as old as those. He said, we've been talking about it for, like a year and a half. We just didn't leak it out. It leaked out very late compared to the other ones. We really kept a tight lid on it. It isn't just an idea they're batting around the office or exploring. There are draft scripts for this thing. Well, what does that mean? I've explained that in development is a really broad term, and it's actually a couple of phases that the other spin-offs pass through. That it starts out as an idea we're discussing. Eventually it reaches the point where the studio orders a formal pitch, which is an 100-page document describing what you want to do as a series. Then, if they like the pitch, it advances to, we ordered a pilot script phase. And if they like the pilot script, only then do they greenlight it. Maybe just greenlight filming of a pilot episode, maybe greenlight to series. That at this point in time, the other three ideas that are prequels, Nymeria, Young Corlys, Duncan Egg, I've been keeping track of this over the past year. They have incrementally advanced from ideas to we have a pitch to now all three of them have rough draft pilot scripts, and they're revising. They go through multiple revisions and drafts and so forth. He said this thing is as developed as those. I don't think it has a pilot script as such, because it's not like a pitch for a thing. I think it's a whole season of things or something for the way it sounds. But yeah, there are multiple draft scripts for this. Kit Harington brought in his own team of writers, and there is already a showrunner in place, and they are working pretty well collaborating with Martin's team, though Martin can't say who they are yet. He won't identify them. There are writers attached, there are scripts in place, and Martin said he's basically as involved with this as he is with the other spin-offs, in the sense that he's a consultant. We will be parsing out, does that mean he just gave it his approval because he really likes Harington, but considers this fanfic in an alternate continuity, think like in X-Men terms? Does this necessarily reflect how the TV show ends and what he would do after that? How the book ends and how you would do after that? I have no idea, and we will be debating that. But he didn't need to support it as much as he is, that Martin could have declined to comment on this as much as he declined to comment on the Long Night prequel pilot. He sounded like he really wanted to help out Kit Harington. Some people are going to try to twist this as he wanted to continue the story of Jon Snow. From the way he phrases it, it's the catalyst of all this was Kit Harington himself, not Martin got an idea for Jon Snow. Maybe he likes the idea, maybe he doesn't. I don't know, but yeah, this is... Kit Harington came to them. We'll be debating, what does that mean? Was it because, for artistic integrity that this wasn't a good ending for his character, or was it because he needs money? People will be debating that, of course. But all the leaks we've heard are true, that Kit came to them, and now the revelation that this is the 4th live-action potential successor show, not even counting the animated ones, and they just kept it hidden all this time. We started hearing about the other ones around January to February of 2021, and that was when they leaked in public. So let's say those were being pitched by like mid-2020. Nymeria, Young Corliss, Duncan Egg. Kit was probably talking about this with Martin at least as early as December of 2020. Like, this isn't, I thought this was, in the past month they've been discussing this. He approached him a year and a half ago. We were already at the point where they have draft scripts. This is a very formed thing. Even Martin, in his post, stressed, shows don't get greenlit all the time. So many ideas that Martin loved, like that Doorways thing. I got the comic of that, and I actually downloaded the pilot on that. It was pretty good. Just don't go to series. There is no guarantee they're going forward with this at all, much less that it would lead to other ones. It might be something very specific to Jon Snow as an epilogue, not an ongoing series that he wants to do. This brings up all sorts of questions, and I want to keep it focused on each individual question, so I'm splitting this up into a series of multiple videos to address each thing in turn. I've already just covered the overview of, not only is this happening, this changes everything, I was wrong, I thought this was either a rumor someone made up, maybe a cash grab. No. Against all odds, people are going to go, I'm wrong about this. All of us thought Kit was exhausted from this, and one of our big points against it being real was he, of all people, wouldn't want to come back. And now they're saying it was his idea. How could anyone have anticipated this? This is shocking, and I'm intrigued. I'm happy to be wrong if it's something that intriguing. Is what does it mean that Harington wanted to come back and do this? And what does he intend? I'll cover all that later, but for right now, I just want to read off Martin's stuff in his own words. This is a big thing. I'm not fighting this anymore. Now I'm just, what is Harington doing? That's actually really interesting. I don't know, canon, not canon, we'll be debating that, but okay, Martin himself said it's on equal footing with the other things, and he's supporting it. Supporting it at arm's length as an Elseworlds kind of thing, or as another thing, people debate that, but here's what Martin himself said. Quote, yes, there is a Jon Snow show in development. The Hollywood Reporter story was largely correct. Our working title for the show is Snow. There are 4 live-action successor shows in development at HBO. Word got out about 3 of them some time ago. 10,000 Ships, Nymeria, Sea Snake, Hedge Knight. Snow has been in development almost as long as the other 3. For whatever reason, it was never announced or leaked until now. Yes, it is true. This was not an official announcement from HBO, but another leak. He explains, I was doing a long interview with James Hibbert of The Hollywood Reporter when they eventually post all their big House of the Dragon cover stories in like a month or 2. He was recording those for that ahead of time. And it was over the phone. And at the end of the call, he asked a few questions about spin-offs and asked, are any sequels with the original cast attached? And I just kept saying, no comment, no comment. And he must have gotten the leak from someone else, which is what a good, news reporter does, keeps going. Someone else more forthcoming than me. Not much I can tell you until HBO gives me a green light, though, as Emilia Clarke said, Snow was Kit's idea. It was Kit Harington who brought the idea to us. I cannot tell you the names of the writers/showrunners, that means they exist. That hasn't been cleared for release yet, but Kit brought them into his own team. They are terrific. Various rumors about my involvement. I'm as involved with this as I am in the other spin-offs or animated projects. That he's not, like, directly writing something. Kit's team have visited me here in Santa Fe and worked with me and my own team of brilliant, talented writer consultants to hammer out the show. All 4 of these successor shows are still in the script stage. All 4. That means including the Jon Snow thing. Outlines and treatments have been written and approved, scripts have been written, notes have been given, second and third drafts have been written. So far, that's all. This is the way television works. Please note, nothing has been greenlit yet, and there is no guarantee when or if it will be on any of these shows. The likelihood of all 4 series getting on the air, well, I'd love it, but that's not the way it works usually. There are all sorts of reasons pilots never get picked up to series, all sorts of reasons scripts never get shot as pilots, all sorts of reasons that the treatments never get sent to script. He's going in reverse order. So, this is a new day, he says. Here is hoping 1 or 2 or possibly all 4 of the Game of Thrones spin-offs make it to air. That's all I can tell you now about Snow, the working title. If HBO says I can tell you more, I will. These are shocking revelations, and I'm not raging against this. Does this mean that Harington is openly saying he's unsatisfied with how his character ended in Game of Thrones? That would be something. I'd be all for that if this is Kit protesting what happened in Season 8. Even if it's not, it couldn't be completely book canon because so many characters died who might not die in the books. I debate about, is this broad strokes what's happening or not? I'm going to split that off into a separate video. But this past week, if you see me really angry about this, no, how could I have known that Kit Harington was the driving force behind this? And it's actually been in development and is very settled, not just some screwball idea that some Discovery executive brought in last week, but, oh no, Kit Harington came to us a year and a half ago, and we already have multiple scripts that have gone through multiple draft revisions, that this is a very tangible, worked-out idea. That changes everything. So I'm not going to be, walking into this blind... Yeah, I do not have blind trust in this. The people who are, it's Season 9. It's so weird, the polarization of reactions. Some people going, hooray, it's Season 9. I don't think it can be Season 9. Other people, like me, first go, this is terrible idea, cash grab. Just, as a detached, objective reporter, I'm going to cover what they're doing with this. We don't know what this means, or is it canon or not, or if it's just like a little protest by Harington. I'm going to cover that in a separate video, just for focus of what are we to make of this. But the point of this video is this is very real. It's settled. Please join me after the jump in the next video.